Hi everyone, it is me, Jordan Long here, or Jordan Mulan Long here, and today I'm going to talk about Linux, or Geico Linux, or Gitco Linux, or whatever they call themselves, and about how my time with it was not a good time with it. The only reckoner that had it on there was some Dell reckoner, which was a middle top, which got bought from some Goodwill thrift shop way back in 2020 YL. And the bug that this Linux had, or Linux Mint had, because there's many offshoots of it, is that it wouldn't let you take on updates. It would keep on saying, you don't have the right, you know, you're not the owner of this reckoner in this offshoot of Linux. Well then who is? It doesn't know. But it would like to behave like this though. Well, I have to update. Well, you're not sorry, you don't have the right to update. What do you mean I don't have the right to update? You're not the owner of this reckoner or the worker of this Gitco Linux Mint. That's bullshit. You know, you get done telling everyone how there's a great running layout and they can do what Windows and Mac OS and Chrome OS and Firefox OS can't do, and you can tell that it's a weak running layout. Got bugs in it like many other ones, and you're gonna say I can't take on updates because you don't think that I'm the owner of this reckoner or the user, the worker of this running layout. That's bullshit. I don't want to hear about how Linux is the greatest running layout out there if it has a bug in it and you can't update. And some Linux folks are going to slight you, they're going to guilt you, they're going to scave you, they're going to shame you and say, oh, you're just not wise enough to work it. You have to be as highly wise as like Isaac Newton and Albert Einstein and Stephen Hawking were when they were alive. And even they would have a hard time getting it to do things they know it could do. So, anyway, that's how it goes. And there's always going to be forgivenesses for it, you know, and why someone likes to put Linux on their reckoner and then go, oh shit, well, I can't send this reckoner back to the shop again and I can't throw it away. Oh, I'll give it away. And then they'll give it away, to some thrift shop, mostly Goodwill, I don't know why. And at the end of the bullshit day, you get it, and you get whatever went wrong with it. So I got a belief that someone had this Jco, had this Linux, that was the bug in it. They didn't know how to heal the bug. So they just gave it away, thinking, well, there'll be someone else's bind. You know, I'm one of the greatest running layouts out there. No, you're not. You're not the greatest, and everything is hard to do. Well, first off, the only thing you have going for you is you boot up or start up fast, but that's it. I had a fight with you that gets you to work with the shooter tool. Now it seems that I can't get updates. Oh, and you only give 5 years of updates, so I don't want to hear about how you're so great and you can only give 5 years of updates. Updates that you're saying I can't get because you say I'm not the owner of this reckoner, that I'm not the worker of the running layout. Well, then who is? The one who gave the reckoner or the one who bought the reckoner and then put Linux on and gave it away at Goodwill? Is he or she the owner? I don't know. Yeah, you don't know. And you're a slide of shit running layout. So if someone wants to say that I'm lying or making things up about Linux, go right ahead. But you know it's true. You know Linux has flaws and bugs in it like any running layout. And that's what happened to me when I sadly had a reckoner that someone put Linux on. So anyway, give us a like, share and playlist this film, and I'll see you later.